here's the ES analysis. All right, here's the ES monthly chart. So do I think that we trade it all the way up to the high just to fill in the inefficiency right here and then trade lower? No. Do I think that we trade it all the way to the high, are coming back as of now to the upper quadrant, and from there can continue a pursuit higher back up into 6,000 big figure? Yes, I think that's more likely. My main focus on this chart is a simple if and then situation. To keep it short, this can either go two ways. We treat the inefficiency as such, or we treat it as an inversion. So to keep it short, we treat the inefficiency as such, or we treat it as inversion. The fact that we've come all the way to the high and further above, now trading back down into the upper quadrant. If we manage to stay inside the upper quadrant, I think 6,000 big figure is likely, considering all of the dollars analysis. So that would be a risk on situation. So here's the weekly chart, and the first low-hanging fruit objective falls at the new week opening gap low. That would be 59.30 and a quarter. And then I'd like to see the new week opening gap high booked as well. So basically what I'm saying is I think the best setups can and will occur inside the upper quadrant of that monthly inversion gap. And if we see it respecting that, and it really does start to form its best setups inside that upper quadrant, then I think it's most likely that we'll go and book that previous week high. So right over here. And then right after that we have 6,000 big figure. So now the only hurdle that we'd have to overcome is the daily fair value gap SIBI right here. I want to see it go above and, obviously come up into that new week opening gap and that volume imbalance. But first we have to close above it and treat it as discount inversion. That would set up the stage for a longer term price run to possibly new all-time highs. And I would like to place an extreme importance of this video or lecture here, and how one PV array can give away, almost spoil the whole theater. But just looking at this as an analyst, it really does seem to me that all of this is just a bunch of, or just a big smoke screen to cover the idea that we have new highs coming in hot. So what I'm trying to say is I think the ES here is bullish, and the first objective would be the new week opening gap low. And once we clear that, we have the daily fair value gap sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, coupled with the volume imbalance formed on May 21st, 2025. And then my next objective would be the new week opening gap high. And then finally, 6,000, even as I spoke about previously. Just watch this right here, this daily fair value gap right here. Just watch that daily fair value gap. I'd anticipate for it to act as a reclaimed fair value gap. Even though we really have not violated the market structure of the imbalance candle, I just want to see it trade above it and then act as support eventually. At the same time, also treating the premium fair value gap as inversion. So that would be pretty gnarly of a balanced price range.
1 week later.